Agatha all along. Was honestly a half-decent series, I'm not gonna lie. Well, the bar is set pretty low for Marvel shows. I don't even want to think about She-Hulk. For a little bit of context, Agatha takes place after WandaVision, and it follows everyone we see on the poster. Spoilers ahead, comment, like, and share. The first 20 minutes of the first episode is Agatha literally waking up from the hex that Rio's here to greet Agatha and try to kill her. Agatha tries to plead with Rio, saying, "Hey, don't you want me at my strongest?" Rio says, "I'll give you some leeway, but I'm not going to be the only one that's after you." Now we meet the boy, aka Teenager. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already guessed who this kid is, but I'm not going to spoil at this point of the video, so we're going to call him Boy. And Boy can't say his own name. Boy is the one who seeks out Agatha to go on the Witch's Road. But to go on the Witch's Road, you need a coven. Almost everyone in this picture can use magic or has some form of magic. But more importantly, they had their own specialties, from brewing to protection spells and all that jazz, or in clairvoyance. Now I'm gonna reveal who Boy is. Boy's name is Billy Kaplan, but Billy died before he met Agatha. The soul of the Scarlet Witch's son wandered into his body and basically took over and slowly adjusted, but there was always this itching feeling that he isn't who he was. He does find out that he is Billy Maximoff, and he does come into his powers. The issue with Billy is that Rio didn't like the fact that he cheated Death, because she is Death. In this final confrontation between them, Billy juiced up Agatha and then proceeds to throw down with Death. Agatha makes the sacrificing play. In order to save Billy's life, she gives up hers, and then becomes a ghost to hunt Billy. We eventually found out that The Witch's Road was a song Agatha sang with her son, Nicholas Scratch. Here's the thing about Nick. He was never meant to be born. Agatha struck a deal with Rio to let her son be born, but she was gonna reclaim him at some point. Nick never got to grow up. And that's basically why Agatha hates Death. In case it wasn't obvious, these two were in a relationship. Y'all must be wondering, if the road wasn't real, then what was the entire series until now? It was all a hex made by Billy, all to find his brother Tommy. Oh, he's currently in some random kid's body. Billy found his soul and shoved it into some dead kid who was dying. Agatha comes to Billy, basically explaining everything. People died on the road. People died in this series. Agatha tells her, "Hey, listen, your hex was more meaningful than Wanda's, because you helped people face their own shit and you did what they needed." Billy wants to send away Agatha because honestly, most of the shit that happened to those other witches was her fault. She begs him, "Hey, I cannot see my son yet, please." He was reluctant. Now the series ends. I honestly thought this show was decent. It was honestly better than most of the Marvel shows that came out as of recent. Except for Moon Knight. Moon Knight was great. That being said, that concludes the review. Tell me what y'all thought of Agatha.